Okay, what is the current market situation? This is year to date, okay, from beginning of this year until end of March. Okay, if you look at it, commodity actually outperform the rest because of oil price, right? In general, this year market technically is moving sideways. Okay, if you include the much drop, global asset is actually like bond and equity actually just moving sideways, right? So that is first quarter return. And of course, over the past 1 month, you can see how the market move. Okay, this is actually the entire month of March. Global equity is down by 4%. Bond also dropped by 2%. Gold actually dropped a lot more, even though we thought bond, gold actually is like insurance in the market, but actually it's not in this case. There are a few reasons. Okay, one of them could be because last year gold has gone up a lot, and the other possible reason is because of the potential higher interest rates to stay there for a while. So the cost of holding gold is a lot higher when in the high interest rate environment, right? So that's why gold has a sell down recently, right? And of course, commodity is up because of oil price, right? So this is past 1 month performance in the global asset classes. And if you look at the indices, which market actually down the most is actually China and Hong Kong market as a whole, right? But if you look at US, it's also down by 4 to 5%. And surprisingly, okay, I probably for to most people, it's quite surprised to see that Singapore market is up by 5% in the month of March. Okay, even though in the so-called this kind of war situation, Singapore market actually up, okay, about 5%, right? So this is over the past 1 quarter, okay, not just past 1 month. Okay, entire first quarter, this is a performance, and the entire month of war, Singapore market is slightly negative, but it's almost like no movement at all, right? And the rest, of course, is still negative for the month of March. But I look at the magnitude, okay, to be honest, if you look at the magnitude of movement, it's actually not a lot, all right? I mean, this kind of 3-4% fluctuation within a month for equity market is very, very common, okay? Later on, there is a slide to show what is a typical moving fluctuation within a year, all right? And you realize that this actually is just a normal market, right? Although headlines talk about war, talk about conflict, and US president always come out with different kind of statement. But if you look at the market, actually the reaction is not as great as what we are expecting, right? So there is a current market situation. So again, back to always this slide to recap, re-emphasize that market uncertainty is always present. And to be honest, if you gone through last year April, the volatile of last year April, and if you compare to this year is nothing, right? The movement is not as great as compared to last year, right? Yeah. So market uncertainty is always present. Just have to ride through this kind of fluctuation.